What's up, guys? I'm gonna do 10 minutes of practice of the up the ladder false cut, otherwise known as the gambler's cut, found on page 78 in the card technique, I think is what it is. I got the book around here somewhere. Turn the timer over and get started. In the book on page 78, the card technique, the gambler's false cut, I'm going to demonstrate slowly in a second. And it has 8 total cuts in it. And it looks a little bit like this. And that is 8 cuts. As you can see, I have the deck arranged ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, all the way up to king. And we're going to keep them in that order as I practice the up the ladder false cut variations. The gambler's cut, which is, I believe, is the original up the ladder false cut, has 8 cuts. The variation I show here has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, well, 6. That one had 7, but it's got 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But if you wanted to get really into it, you could make it have 12 if you wanted it to. Oh, darn. As with anything, you have to put a lot of practice into it if you want it to look smooth and effortless. One thing I notice that helps when it comes to practicing is putting in a very serious practice session for 10, 20, 30 minutes and just really put in a serious practice session and go all in, and then walk away from it for a little while, a week or two, maybe a month, and then come back to it. Because that, your body, your muscles will have that ingrained, and when you come back to it, even though it might have been a little bit difficult, it will seem like levels and levels easier to do the second time. That little bit of muscle memory that you build with that serious practice session to start. Because some of these techniques are really, really hard. And they require a lot of practice. I have been working on the Erdnase single hand pass. Looks something like this. That thing is very hard to do. It is very hard to do. At least it is for me. But what I did was I sat one day for about an hour, maybe 2 hours, and I just practiced and practiced and practiced. And then I totally forgot about it for 3 or 4 days. And when I picked the deck up and tried it again, it was the level of difficulty was much less. Although I will admit that I am actually surprised that I was actually able to do that just now, which is kind of a fun thing. This up the ladder false cut is so great after any false shuffle. It's that little bit of a convincer that just makes it look like it's totally impossible that that was false. And before this video ends, I want to recommend a book. I just bought this book. I've been hunting for a specific book, and I thought this might have been it. So I went ahead and bought this book. This book is super thin. And I gotta say, this is a very, very, very good book for being so small. If you don't have this book, I would suggest ordering it. For being so small, this book has a lot of stuff in it. Let me show you. Right here, this is the table of contents for the first two. This is got 5 in it. This is the table of contents for the first two. And as you go through the book, you'll find. Let's see, where's another one at? There is 5 pages, 5 series in here, and they all have a large table of contents. And this book actually has a lot of illustrations as well. There we go, there's one. This is Series 3, and that's the table of contents for Series 3. For being such a small book, this book is loaded with stuff. The color changes in here are really cool. I've been working on a couple of those. I'm just looking for the table of contents, the second table of contents. Yeah, it just goes on and on for such a thin, small book. This book is loaded with stuff. Definitely check this out. Anyway, that is my video for 10 minutes of practice on the up the ladder false cut. Drop a like, share, subscribe. Come back and watch the next one.